All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'chakorash, to honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the way to Akim, Wa'akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Another video to the Spirit. And Brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Hey, this is just a modern day madness of prophecies. Keeping up with what's going on in the world, y'all, and it's going down in the world, right? Per usual. Getting closer and closer every day, starting with some popular topic, right? We're getting, hey, don't forget the MOTB has to rear its ugly head, right? All things in due time, y'all. One of the big prophecies. Don't forget about it. And we see one step closer. You had that announcement out in the UK. Let's go.
To work, you will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. Our immigration system does need to be fair if we want to maintain that binding contract that our politics is built on. And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free of charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end.
When has the white man given us anything for free?
Of this parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that.
You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. And now here it is, because you had those one scoffers not too long ago. Well, how is they going to make the world of the beast worldwide if all the nations ain't a bitch ass nigga? That's how. These nations are going to agree on something, and it's what that mark is, which is the RFID chip. As much as they hate America, this is what's coming to the world, and it was prophesied, and John the Revelator saw it, y'all. This is some of the beginnings of it. Now, although he didn't say that word verbatim, we know that this is what it's going to lead to. Now, I wanted to play that clip first, because this clip...
UK, no ID, no groceries.
You had this clip being played, and the words being spoken don't match this guy's movements. So I wanted to play that actual video first.
From September 12th, a shocking new supermarket rule comes into force. Without a government-issued photo ID, you will not be allowed to enter any supermarket in the UK, even for basic essentials like bread or milk. Officials claim it's to stop shoplifting and fraud, but critics say it will destroy daily life for millions. This means teenagers, pensioners without passports, and anyone who's simply forgotten their wallet could be turned away at the door. Supermarkets will have staff at entrances checking IDs, and shoppers say this feels like airport-style security just to buy food. Campaigners warn it's the start of a two-tier shopping system that could permanently change the way Britain shops and eats. And here's the worst part. Fail the ID check once and you could be banned from that store for a month. Many are now asking, is this really about safety, or is it the beginning of a stricter control system, quietly reshaping how ordinary people live, move, shop, budget and survive in Britain? UK, no ID. UK.
That's exactly what it is. It's the beginning of the end, y'all. This new, stricter, formal way of life, where which, things are controlled. Why? Because, hey, this prophecy has to occur one way or another. It didn't go nowhere. Let me go to that rev, and we'll make it real quick. And they're starting with the essentials, because if you can control that, then you can control the people. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So right there, quite literally, y'all, we're seeing the beginnings of it. And of course, it's beginning with who? The Edomites, the so-called white man, right? And if it starts with Britain, you know damn well it's going to make its way here. And when it's here, it's going to be all out. They just going over here. They just going to shoot you in the head and go on about your business. But we know this scripture. We know this prophecy. Real basic. Everybody should know it. I hope you didn't forget. Don't let all the other things going on in the world distract you. Charlie Kirk, church shootings, this and that. these elite have a plan. They haven't forgotten about it, and hopefully you haven't either. So I got the next one I want to play, just this ice thing. It was pretty funny, so we gonna we gonna let it play. You had this dude, basically he was mocking the police, he was talking shit on them, and they ran down on his ass. So right here, you know, this is the world what we're dealing with now. Now, I wish I had the full clip. But there's a certain point he's walking by. You know, he appears to be a citizen, right? This is in Chicago, but he was voicing his dislike, his disdain for those officers, right? Them ICE boys, and they got to chase him down. And truly, if they wanted to apprehend him, they could have, you know, shot him, tased him, or just straight up tackled him, right? Got all the way in front of him and tackled him. They could have stripped him off that bike if they wanted to, but they decided to fall back. This is the authoritarian world we live in now, y'all, and it's not gonna go away. It's not going to magically get better. They're not playing. All right, I got this next one. Says contractor called ICE on workers after they finished building the roof to avoid paying them. Boy, oh boy, hey, these Edomite Americans, y'all, they feel like they're losing their kingdom, and they're ready to push out anybody that doesn't look like them. And Salakia for all the extra noise in the background. I'm on the job. I'll try to move around a little bit. We're seeing that they're going for the gusto, as the phrase goes, y'all. They want to push you out so that they can get their kingdom back.
Tem dois aqui, ali, tem a maca ali, tem o bombeiro, já está preparando para subir, a lá 3. Que? Cai aqui em vez, mano. Ô Michel! Ô Michel! Vai lá na minha cooler lá, ó. Meu passaporte tá lá. O meu também tá na. Ô Michel! Tá na cooler, Michel!
Hey, so hey, that's some low life shit, you know, to have them people come in and build your shit and then do them like that. That's some low life shit. But what do you expect when you're dealing with the devil, when you're dealing with Esau Edom? I'm gonna play another one real quick. The devil is ready to bear his horns, y'all. They're ready to show you, you know, to pull up that ancient spirit. Shit. And you niggas out here playing and cooning.
Woken up at 5 a.m. by the Muslim call to prayer.
But the mosques in East Dearborn are now at times waking us up at 5:30 in the morning with the call to prayer.
This is Dearborn resident Andrea Unger at last night's City Council meeting stating that mosques using outdoor loudspeakers for their call to prayer should not be allowed. And says she believes it's not supposed to be allowed per city ordinance.
The noise complaints have been made out and the police have made numerous visits. What is the next step?
There was some question whether or not any outdoor loudspeakers are allowed, something that was not clarified, only that more evidence is being gathered. But CBS Detroit did examine Dearborn's noise ordinance and found that loudspeakers between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. are in violation of the ordinance.
So that is the sound you get to hear if you live in a city in Michigan. That's the sound. And I was talking about this on X, and somebody said, I saw a few comments that said, well, what about church bell? You had a problem with that, with the Muslim call to prayer over the loudspeaker? But what about church bells? You had an issue with, well, what's the difference? Well, I'll tell you the difference. Number one, church bells are much more beautiful. Number two, church bells don't ring at 5 in the morning. And number three, America is a Christian country, okay? At its core,
Since when?
Root philosophically, historically, America is a Christian country. Being in an American city and hearing a church bell is normal. It's good. It's traditional. It's what you expect. Woken up.
And see, so, they're coming on demon time with that white man Edomite supremacy shit. And who are you to tell the people that your culture sounds more beautiful than theirs in their language? That nigga, that's they everybody's native culture sounds more beautiful to them. But once again, y'all, you see the nature of this devil. Why? Revelation. I'm gonna keep it real simple. I just wanted you to see the footage, y'all. They know they're about to lose, so they're about to come down hard, y'all. Real basic. I don't gotta go do nothing crazy. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. This man is about to lose his kingdom. He's scavenging, he's, kicking, screaming, and clawing. And on the way out, he's trying to reestablish the mythological idea that this has always been some sort of holy Christendom. And it's simply not. But if he has to use that as a guise to have legalese to come and kill, the seed of Jacob, the seed of Ishmael, right? He don't give a damn. And that's a famous mosque out here in Michigan off of Ford Road. Drive past it all the time. That's y'all bad by living next to that mosque. Y'all should have knew better, right? Everybody know that's where Ishmael is at over here. But does the devil care? No. So what he's gonna do is write up laws to come and persecute, which is what Esau does best. Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. This is what these people are professionals at. They will write things up that gives them the green light to come and put hell on the tribes. They do not care about what's right. They do not care about what is true. And this world is about to be reminded of how demonic these people are. Next one. So right here, and I don't have all the time today because I'm at work, but I'll let these next two play. Shit, when has America ever been good to black people? That's a good one.
Make America great again. Make America great again. My comment is, do you accept that could possibly be construed as a racist remark? And most people, a lot of people go, how could that be racist? Make America great again? I said, so just ask yourself from an African-American experience, when was it ever great in America for the African-American? When was it great? So if you're making it great again, it's not including them.
And that's just a basic ass breakdown. But he broke it down beautifully. And these devils, y'all, they want to return to form. The seed of Jacob is on the rise, and the seed of Esau is on the way out. They're mad about it. They know it. They can feel it. So what you gonna do? Let me get this next one.
Black people, just get over it. Like, slavery was a long time ago. Alright? Why can't they just move on?
Well, this is sort of precious coming from people who set off fireworks every July 4th. Because that's some old too, right? Like Independence Day, that didn't happen last week, right? We didn't break away from the British last Thursday. That's some old, but we're still celebrating that. So when it's stuff that makes us feel good, we love it. When it's stuff that makes us feel better than others, superior, like we're the greatest people and the greatest country ever struck off in the forehead of God Almighty, oh, we'll remember that forever. We just don't like the stuff that brings us up a little short, makes us look a little less than superior, maybe not quite as good as we'd like to believe. If you don't understand why the past affects the present, particularly around issues like enslavement, putting aside the inheritance of wealth and the lack thereof, Part of which is certainly an explanation for why currently the median white wealth is 15 times the median African American wealth and 11 to 12 times the median Latino wealth. Certainly that has something to do with history, who had access to resources and who didn't. But putting aside that, let's just understand something. The only reason Donald Trump is president right now is because of a little thing called the Electoral College, which was put in place by folks. See, we got this revisionist history that we've been spinning for the last couple of months about the Electoral College. Oh, it was put in there to prevent tyranny. For real, you think? Do you really think that? Because I don't think that. Right? That might have been one of the things that folks were concerned about, but it was also put in because folks like the folks in Virginia, in the bigger slaveholding states, didn't want direct democracy or anything even remotely like it, because it would have hurt them, because so much of their population was not enfranchised, right? So much of their population in some areas, 40% or over half of the people in some of those slaveholding states were disenfranchised, counted as 3/5 of a human being, not considered people. And if you had anything remotely resembling direct democracy, those states would have been harmed by that. So in fact, the Electoral College was in part a compromise with slaveholding states, states who were dependent upon enslavement as a mechanism of economic development so as to improve their political position vis-a-vis non-slaveholding states. So if you don't understand how slavery, because this is the point, right? Even if you don't think racism was key to Donald Trump's own campaign, which, suggests to me that you might have been asleep for the last several months, even if you believe that, understand that racism in the 1700s, white supremacy embedded in the structure of the country at the founding of the country, is most definitely implicated in his election, because without the obeisance to the Electoral College, without that compromise, we know he would not be president right now. So that is why we have to think about the past, and that is why the past affects the present. See, black people.
So this place is riddled with our mistreatment, and many of Americans, so-called, find themselves.
Black people.
Y'all are just you believe a lie, right? You believe a lie. You've grown up thinking this, you've grown up thinking that, but you don't have the truth. And as we get to the end, y'all, it's being revealed that this man is the devil. He didn't build this land honestly. He built it off of the back of our mistreatment, and now he's being called to answer for his evil, and he simply doesn't want to, y'all. He's trying to stuff his ears. So he's in a position now where he's being called out for all of his deeds, and he doesn't like it. Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that's what he has now, y'all. This land was never great. He was never noble. This has never been the golden city. It's been a lie. Oh, how hath the golden city ceased? As a matter of fact, golden city, I'll probably end it on this one. Yep. Bingo. Yep. Isaiah 14:4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. This place has lost its glory. Why? All the wickedness that they've done to us, the children of Israel, it's coming back to bite these people in the ass, y'all. You saw your boy was going in on him. Your boy, he played, here it is, he didn't play the whole drug dealer in that TV show. Even he has something to say. Alright? This is why we're about to see this man try to enter into the next phase. He's tired of democracy. He's tired of holding up the illusion. Now we're about to see the fangs come out. And we're just praying that we're on the right side, y'all. So, hey, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Bakakurash, the honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Akim wa Aqua, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.